So in the background, we've got some tunes from the Vertigo soundtrack, which I'm playing actually because it was featured in a little production called Sleep No More, which Frank and I were discussing on the way up here.
My favorite thing ever.
Sleep No More was just named Best Production in Boston by the Improper Bostonian. And so congratulations to Sleep No More for that.
Mad props.
In the article, it also mentioned that the popularity of the show spawned a fan fiction blog, which I do. So I was excited about that, to get some print recognition, which, quite frankly, is long overdue.
Congratulations.
I was expecting at least the cover of the Boston Phoenix, or to get name-checked in Philippe and Jorge's Cool Cool World and the Providence Phoenix.
But you jumped right to the Improper Bostonian.
I jumped right to the Improper Bostonian. And my homegirl, Kim Kerrigan, did a piece on it on the Fox Morning News up in Boston. And Kim Kerrigan and I had been through a lot. We, got nominated for an Emmy together. Did she mention the blog? No. Oof. Now, granted, I know she doesn't know that I do it, but still, that should not be an excuse.
No, it should not.
Calling you out on the radio, Kim Kerrigan.
Take that.
You should have given me my blogging props. Instead, I'm here having to give myself my own blogging props. sleepnomore.fanfiction.blogspot.com.
Go there.
It's pretty awesome.
I enjoy the blog. I did not enjoy the play, but I enjoy the blog, so that's how good the blog is.
This is where Frank and I differ. I effing loved Sleep No More. I went 4 times. I would have gone more were it possible to get tickets.
I went once, and as I said to Kevin as we were driving in, if I knew leaving the play what I knew going into the play, I would have just sold the tickets for $100 more each and went out and got very drunk.
And I felt a bit like a jackanapes, because I had spent the previous few weeks basically haranguing Frank. Basically telling Frank that if he did not go see this production called Sleep No More, that he would be missing out on what I felt would be the greatest cultural experience of his life up till that point.
Kevin,
with the possible exception of Look Who's Talking Now.
I think Kevin was just getting me back for all the bad 90s Pauly Shore movies I dragged him to.
Frank did force me to go see Son-in-Law in the 1990s. And I believe you also made me go see Undercover Blues, the Dennis Quaid, Kathleen Turner vehicle. But this was not. See, this is where your twisted little mind makes it seem like I am more evil than I actually am. I was coming from a place of charity and chastity and prudence and hope. And I was like, Frank, if you go see this show, it's gonna be awesome. And you're gonna thank me for it. And instead, you were like, you left the show and you're like, meh. That was your reaction. It was meh.
My reaction was definitely meh. We went with another couple and we were actually scared that because we talked them into going that they might not have liked it. And they're like, yeah, it was pretty good. And they asked us what we thought, and my answer was meh.
See, whereas my reaction, by contrast, the first time I saw Sleep No More was I have my finger and I'm going over my lips because I was so flabbergasted. My mind was legitimately blown. I was like, can I say mind? Yeah, my mind was legitimately blown. I went to this play and I was like, holy crap on a stick. I have never seen something so awesome in my life. I need to tell everyone I know, including my friend Frank, to check this thing out. Now, if you're listening here and you haven't seen the show, it's no longer running, so this is a complete waste of your time, but it was like you wandered around an abandoned school.
That sounds promising.
And there was dancing.
That sounds promising.
And sometimes they ran.
That running's good for you. It was
Macbeth. And see, I can't describe it, but oh my God, you went and it was like holy cow.
But who wouldn't want to just saying running through a school? Who wouldn't want to say, "Oh, I can run through a school"?
Normally in schools, you get chastised for running.
Not here.
At Sleep No More, it was encouraged.
Not at all. Yeah, well, not that you couldn't. It was encouraged.
It was encouraged.
As long as you had a mask on.
No, the actors ran too. Everyone ran. It
Well,
was
as long
it
as
was
the
not
participants.
it was non-stop running. It was a good cardio workout in addition to being a good cultural experience.
Maybe I should have appreciated that.
And yeah, so Frank didn't like it so much. I liked it quite a bit. Again, I saw it 4 times. I started a stupid blog about it. It's really it's taken hold.
The blog's hysterical. And you really don't have to be a fan or even know what Sleep No More is to appreciate the hilarity that is the Sleep No More blog.
Well, thank you for saying that.
You're welcome, Kevin.
There was a post yesterday, which was like an extended math joke about Fermat's last theorem.
That's hysterical.
Even I didn't get the joke. A joke about math so obscure that even I did not get it. And it's my blog.
That's very Kafka-esque.
Well, I didn't write the post.
Well, that's okay.
It was a guest post
Gotcha.
by a computer engineer pal of mine.
I bet you he was rolling on the floor laughing.
Well, I trust him. I trust his hilariosity instinct. So I'm like, I'm going to go with this. This may not be for me, but I bet it's for someone. And much like how Sleep No More may not have been for you, but it was for me.
Exactly.
It was for me and for the many people in Boston whose lives it touched.
It touched me.
So there's like loud techno music, strobe lights, like blood everywhere.
There was a lot of blood.
Everyone's naked.
Well, there were girls naked at first.
And then the naked dude pops up.
He pops up
with the goat head on.
With a goat head on.
And there's more. It's effing crazy. It's a very exciting scene. One might call it a highlight. So, and I'm standing there, and there are people behind me. It's a very popular show, so there are a lot of people. And I'm like, you know what? I don't want to block these other patrons' views. They've paid good money to see this show. I'm gonna crouch down a bit so they can see over me. I'm not a very tall person, so they could see over my head, and I'm like, okay, this is good. I'm being a considerate attendee of this performance, and the rave starts, and I'm like, all right. And I suddenly realized, despite having been to this thing 3 times before, I am in exactly the wrong spot because I am completely effing up the entire rave because it's based on Macbeth, and these are the witches, and this is the consultation scene where Macbeth shows up, and no man of woman born can harm Macbeth, but because there's no talking and it's told entirely through dance, one of the witches jumps on a table with a bloody fetus and pumps it in the air and shakes her head and then does the hokey pokey. So, but I'm in her way, and I'm like, whoops. So they're trying to push me out of the way, but there's strobe lights, and it's disorienting, and I'm like, what is going on? And so I trip, and I fall over in the middle of this performance, and it was a disaster. A full-on disaster, Frank. I ruined the play.
And how much did people pay for these tickets?
This was a special performance to benefit disaster victims, so it was $100 a ticket, and I ruined it for all of these $100 a ticket people.
So you made little disaster children cry.
No, they already got their money, so that was all right. It was just me and my weenie friends who had their evening ruined by me crouching down in the wrong place during a naked rave goat head thing.
And I'd like to point something else out too, because when you went through your, I would say a good 3-4 days of constantly selling me this play, you also failed to mention that there was no talking.
If you think that what I am doing on the radio now is annoying, multiply that by 1 billion, and you have a sense of what it was like to be Frank during the period where I was like, Frank, you got to see this thing.
Okay.
I did not mention there was no talking.
No talking. You didn't say anything.
Well, I guess because they tell the story through dance.
Exactly. Enough said.
Well, I think I say they tell the story through dancing, and I mean, I guess maybe Maybe I had left that out, but I had assumed that if they're telling the story through dancing and they're running around, then talking would wreck it because only like 2 people would hear something.
I got nothing.
Here is how awesome I thought this play was. Next weekend, the same theater company is putting on an immersive opera.
And where?
In London, England. Mm-hmm. And I am flying to London, England to see the immersive opera.
And then you're going to go see the sights in London, right? You're going to stay for an entire week and
then I am flying back.
To where again?
To Boston, Massachusetts.
Okay. So you're not going to go to like Paris and go see the Eiffel Tower afterwards?
No, there will be no Trafalgar Square. If I'm lucky, my Sunday flight is a bit late, so maybe I could check out the National Gallery. I don't know if they're open on Sunday. It's free. Have you ever been to the National Gallery in London?
I have.
The my favorite thing in there is they have the Greek gods. From like the temples in Greece or maybe Rome that like the early Christians like took down. So they're kind of messed up, like some of them don't have heads, but just like seeing something that old, I remember that was astounding, almost in a way that Sleep No More was.
When I went to England, I was 15 years old. So no matter where we went, I just want to go to King's Road and, go buy like Sex Pistols t-shirts. So like Big Ben, Parliament, London Tower, everything. I'm like, I don't care. I just want to go find a place that like I can buy. I bought the Rock and Roll Swindle on their VHS, not realizing that they're formatted differently over in England. So I bought that. I brought it home, and I'm like, I'm going to be the most popular 15-year-old in all of southern New England.
If there's one thing 15-year-olds in the early 90s loved, it was kids who had Sex Pistols t-shirts.
Exactly.
My plan to become the most popular 15-year-old was I mail-ordered a Sex Pistols necklace.
I remember that necklace. That's actually how we met. I knew I was going to be best friends with you because we were in gym class, and Kevin in his gym clothes refused to remove his Sex Pistols necklace, and I said, this is the coolest guy I've ever met.
Well, it was the source of all my power.
It definitely was.
So yes. So, girl groups. I don't know. The phones have not been ringing up. I thought people were going to be calling up being like, you're crazy. Sleep No More was awesome. You're crazy. Sleep No More was... they were going to like pick sides. They're going to be like...
Team Kevin, Team Frank.
Yeah, like Frank is right. Sleep No More is mad. Like Kevin's right. Sleep No More is awesome. I mean, I guess this is Rhode Island, but the show was in Brookline, Mass. It wasn't that far. People, you should have gotten on this. And now it's gone. So... And I can't recreate it over the radio because there was no talking. None at all. I'm playing music from it, but that doesn't... Like, imagine if I was naked wearing a goat head and there were strobe lights. Then you'd maybe get a sense.
Were you in my dreams last night?
Maybe. But, so, again, theater of the mind. So we're going to play a girl group song.
That sounds like a good idea.
Do I have something queued up? Yes, I do. I do have something queued up. All right. This is Rosetta Hightower with a song called Pretty Red Balloons. Now, how can this song be bad is what you're thinking. And the answer is it's not. It's not bad. Frank might think it's bad, but Frank didn't like Sleep No More. So this is what we deal with. If you have a girl group request, or if you have a thought on Sleep No More, or if you would like to rap, or when I say rap there, I was kind of using like 70s slang for chat on the phone rather than boastful lyrical rhymes set to a beat, but you could do that too.
Yeah, you can bust it out freestyle. 401-792-9030 is the phone number to call if you would like to do any of that.
And there's an 800 number, too. It's 1-888-303-9748. This is 90.3 WRIU Kingston, and this is Rosetta Hightower with Pretty Red Balloons.